Voila, we are live. Pull up Twitch chat. How many people were you gonna get today?
Well, it's midday. It's Thursday. People are probably at work.
It's true.
Did you ask the server or did you want me to do it?
Yeah, you do that, please.
I wish there was like a link thing where I could put the like link and like the channel is locked and I could just post it there and people would see.
Do you want like a separate channel just to post that?
Yeah, like a separate channel, just like stream links, just like I just post it in there. Like there's not much confusion. We'll start that next week, next episode.
I'm not really on a schedule this first season. It's literally just like whenever I finish stuff.
Zero viewers.
Not even Samuel. It's over.
Not even Brian.
I'll wait like till like 5 minutes and I'll just start.
Do 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 do.
Not even Yoni.
Okay. There's two. It's just you and I. That's.
We had 10 people in the preseason stream.
They weren't serious about wanting the DCAC back. They finally got it. Now they're not here.
They're not ride or dies. Everyone busy doing shit. I guess it'll just be you reacting then. Good thing I didn't tell you anything.
Yeah. Time for a commentary style event of the world. Not even Nick.
Oh, there's Yoni. Yoni didn't let us down.
Okay, got it.
Chris Giles the fifth. Oh, Brian's in here. Okay, all right. We got people now. Patrick Payton is at Cincinnati, so he's in the Big 12. And your other guy, Michael Mathis, is at Idaho. All right, next here. All right. We got people. I see. We got 6 people in here. We're not totally washed, Brayden.
I made threats. People are here.
DM people say you better get your ass in the stream right fucking now.
No, all I just had to say was, man, people aren't serious about wanting the DCAC back. That worked. It's not my shit acting like it's just my headset.
Yeah, his mic is the audio is kind of deep fried for him. I watched back my stream. My mic sounded alright. Please let me know if my mic is also ass. I broke my. Man, that's who we need back. We need Portugal.
Hold up.
Had to get groceries last year. Okay, so we got Yoni, we got Brian, we got Polk. Let's see my fucking viewer list.
I'm going to the big guns. I'm going to my PlayStation.
For some reason, it only says Yoni's in here when literally 2 other people are in chat typing. Skywater would be crazy. Imagine if Envy came back. I mean, that'd be kind of hard for him to do since he's dead, but.
Do you just ever hold out hope that Ohio State would win the championship and that he comes back?
God rest his soul.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Envy's gonna come back if Ohio State wins it all.
My ninja Envy. Alright, we got Corey in here. I think we're ready to begin. I think we got enough people in here. Maybe some others will stop in. I mean,
is my audio better?
Yes. I can actually like understand you most of the time now.
Well, the thing is, you can understand me. I just can't see shit.
When you talk into the headset, sometimes I'm like, I don't know what he said. I hope I just like say yeah, and then hope it was a yes or no question.
So if I just ask you, are you gay? I don't understand. You just say yeah.
Yeah,
I'll get my answer.
If I don't hear it very well, I might just say yeah, whatever.
All right, let's get this going. We got people here.
All right, who's ready? Who's ready? Raise your hand in the chat.
What you're talking about.
If you're ready.
Twitch is so funny because literally, what you said, it shows 6 people in chat like watching, but it just shows Yoni and then it just shows you as the moderator.
The viewer list. I'm like, oh, now I see people. I see Heel in the chat too. I don't know if he's gonna type anything, but.
Oh, since Heel's in the chat, I can see Cameron, Anthony, Ward 1, Control. Okay, now people's here.
Okay.
All right, only Brian wants to watch.
We're gonna just take a look at the preseason poll before we get into the games.
Make your predictions in chat. Who do you think is going to flame out first? You know, I was asked that question in
who in here
production meetings.
Is fake as hell? Who do we think?
I said Michigan State. That's what I said. What up, Camille?
Cornelius Mason. Who do we think here is
Oregon.
fake as hell?
All right, so I said Michigan State. Nick said Oregon. Neil said UNC. Corey says Florida. Okay, we have a. There's not a consensus like, yeah, that team is just terrible.
Everyone's like, I don't know why they're up that high. That they're not that good.
Brian's probably gonna say Louisville or something. I can see it in his eyes. I can see it as he's typing right now.
Can Neil not believing in UNC? I think they're a little high personally, but I don't know if they're gonna be like flame out bad.
Louisville, if they didn't hire any strippers. Well, it's legal now, pretty much. NIL, all of that. Just get them a NIL deal with the strip club, and you should be fine.
All right, so our first game is gonna be a big time ranked matchup between UConn and North Carolina. That's like the tip-off game.
Brian said he was going to type Louisville until I called him out. I see the hater. I know you.
No,
Yoni, who do you think? Hold up. Before we get going, we need Yoni. The last one that needs to answer. Who does Yoni think is a fraud? That's the most important answer. Because whoever says they're going to be a fraud is probably going to be a national championship contender.
Who does Yoni think's fraudulent as hell before we start?
No. We can't ask you any that question yet. We just gotta see who you think is a fraud. I think I said production meetings. I said USC and BYU potentially.
Yeah,
I see Michigan State.
You did say BYU is gonna be fake.
I just don't trust the Mormons in this situation.
Yoni is not answering. Well, we're gonna do North Carolina and UConn. Who do we think wins the tip-off game?
North Carolina, UConn. I'm gonna go UConn.
UConn. It's the headliner to open up the season.
This is an interactive chat now. Neil said fuck UNC. So Yoni doesn't answer the question about who he thinks is a fraud, but he's going to answer UNC by 50. That's a little disrespectful to our question.
All right, I'm going to reveal in 3, 2, 1. I totally messed up the scores there. UConn wins this game. Oopsie. Flip the scores. Everything else is right.
False advertisement.
60 to 56. UConn won it though.
Vegas is mad. Vegas is mad after this. The point spread was flipped. They said, "Hey, UNC's got to win this game," but in reality, UConn ended up winning it. So, hey, that's 1-0 my predictions. UConn won.
I did this slide. I did this slide first, and I already like made a mistake. I wonder if there are any others. I was working on
great
this
start.
late.
Great start to the DCAA. The first game of the season, and we already have a messed up scoreboard.
Wait.
You remember back in the day growing up? But you remember back in the day with on SportsCenter, they would have like messed up pictures, like messed up scores.
Yeah, that's this.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's authentic,
Flip the
Giving
score.
y'all guys a little bit of y'all's childhood.
All right, so Ron Baker was the leading scorer for the Huskies, gave 17 and 5. Patrick Catanzano gave 15. Ramsey Pettit had a good game for UNC, but the Tar Heels come up
I actually
short.
kind of like I like the well-rounded performance from Pettit. 14, 6, and 6. That's very balancing, especially with
Pettit is
two
the Tar
halves.
Heels' best player this season, at least projected wise.
Ron
no
Baker, 17 and 5 is not bad.
All right, so that's our first result. How do we feel about this one?
It's beginning of the season.
Should UNC be panicked at all, losing a close one to UConn?
No, it's beginning of the season. It takes teams a little bit to mesh well. That's why I like it when tough teams schedule against each other in non-conference, because it allows them to prepare for the season. Maybe I've learned it from my idol, Greg Campy. You just schedule hard teams, you get prepared, and then come conference, you're ready.
Non-conference.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta prepare yourself. Y'all guys are already playing in a major conference, and in college basketball, the ACC. So just prepare for the other teams. Y'all guys got Duke in y'all's conference, so it's just prepare. I'm not putting a panic button. Now, if they lost to I would say yes, but it's number 15 in the country. They've won the championship a few years ago in UConn, so.
Neil, in the request stream I'll do at maybe later tonight if you all are still on, but probably Saturday would be when that is. You can ask for all the box scores and all that. I can look you up there.
All right, what's next?
Next game. Got our first upset of the season. Louisville gets taken down at home by the Buffalo Bulls.
Ooh, you see, Brian, if he just said it instead of being called out, Louisville is a fraud.
Trash ass
Newton
cards.
Fritz. What a performance. 25, 6, and 5. Now this is the panic button, Shane. Now the panic button should be hit.
Ben Priesinger gave 13 and 5 for Buffalo. Anders Rolofsson led the way for Louisville, 14 and 5. Not enough. Buffalo gets a nice win to open their season. Louisville's in the ACC. Mess that up too. I'm finding all my mistakes.
Oh my God! Do we not do proofreading? Do we not do double checking, triple checking in these production meetings?
These slides were made ages ago. Ben Priesinger is the most Mac Hoops name ever. I'm glad that was one of the ones I changed to give it a little bit more character. All right, so
what do we have next, boss?
Next game, Arizona had a game from hell to open their season, and Illinois pounced all over them.
Oh my God! Honestly, I'm not going to. Illinois has been consistent past few years. Has been a good, consistent team in the tournament. They've been able to qualify, but almost a 30-point drubbing to the number 5 team in the country. That's
I mean, look at the 3-point shooting. 1 for 15.
That's more concerning. That's more concerning than the Louisville box score.
I mean, nobody showed up. It was a horrible game. Sean Earhart
but the bench
led the way for Illinois with 19 points, but they had 25 points all in all from the bench. Very shocking one. I actually really like Arizona's team this year, so I saw this. I was like, hello, what? Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Or they're a massive fraud watch. Looking like Mark Pope's Kentucky out there. All right, next game, a close one in West Lafayette, but Purdue survives an upset bid from Colorado. Eddie Wiggins led the way, 17 and 6. Peter Willems with a really nice game, 11, 8 and 7, very balanced. Tim Hoffman almost got Colorado over the edge for the upset with 22 points. He was a flame. He didn't really do much else in the stat sheet. He just shot really well.
Do you know what we call this? We call this grit. We call this battle tested from Purdue. You know, you got to survive these early morning games, you know, these beginning games against, you know, decent Power 5 schools or Power 4 schools in this instance.
Wiggins almost for sure is going to the league after this season.
Willems, oh my God, 11, 8 and 7. I'm always a big fan of due to stuff the stat sheet, well-rounded players.
Sam's in here to tell us that he's a hero.
If he was a hero, he would have been the first one in the stream, but he's not.
So Purdue gets a really close win, gritty win. Start the season 1-0. And here we had another upset bid in the Spartan on Spartan violence. SC Upstate from the Big South almost took FSU out at the knees to start the season.
They trailed. See, I told y'all they're frauds. I told y'all.
Eric Halderton pulled it together for MSU, 22 and 4. For Upstate, Marshall Gleisner had a 14-14 double-double. They just couldn't keep up the pace to keep MSU at bay for those last few minutes in the second half.
I wonder who Samuel thinks is a fraud.
AIDS. I thought you said ads for a second. I was like, wait a minute, I don't get ads. And then I remembered Magic Johnson was mentioned. All right.
Do you think he's donating NIL to the school?
Maybe. And we got another upset. The New Mexico Lobos go into Madison and spoil the debut of new coach Mark Reinhold. In the 11th ranked Badgers.
This is crazy.
Brian Balbonton led the way for the Lobos, 21-4 and 6. Rick Ward added 16 and 7. Joel Litsky led the way for the Badgers. He had 22 and 4, but the Lobos edge him out. Big win for them to open the season. Is there any panic going on in Madison? I know they were pretty hyped to get their new coach and that preseason 11th ranking, but I don't know. That's
still early on. I'm not gonna say. You know them New Mexico schools, and they're not really to be played with. Same with the Utah schools like Utah State and all that, Nevada, that region. That is true. Big Ten is looking funny. You got upset over here. Michigan State almost got upset. It's almost like that they're a fraudulent conference, you know? All
right. Next
what we got
game.
next?
Uh-oh.
Has there been a top team that's taking care of business yet?
Uh-oh.
I'm noticing a trend here.
Uh-oh. Big Ten? Big Ten, are we okay? Maction?
Hey Shane, what did I tell you? What did
you called it. You said USC
what did I tell you?
Looking a little smelly.
I told you, Michigan State, BYU. Now, imagine BYU proves me wrong to start off, but Michigan State barely survives. USC, I know this thing.
Yeah, McKinder had a really good game.
Sport.
Just a better team game from Ohio.
Is the MAC a power conference? Oh, Buffalo had a win. Ohio, they might be.
They don't have Bronny James. So another upset. USC down at home as well. Ohio gets a nice road win. Is the MAC like that? Next game, we got a near upset here. San Diego State from the Pac-12, the new look Pac-12, escapes an upset bid from Northwestern State of the Southland Conference.
Southland, shout out.
Bo Arlen and Rajon Crawford led the way for the Aztecs. Samson Reyes gave the Demons a good effort. Not quite enough.
I'm gonna be honest. Looking at this, I think March Madness is gonna be nice. I think there's gonna be a lot of upsets in March Madness if this continues to hold up.
Yeah, that's their name, Sam.
Yeah.
They are the Demons.
If you realize Demons reside in Louisiana, but I'll leave it at that. Demons do reside in Louisiana.
The upset bids be going crazy so far. But San Diego gets the win. They survive for now. And now it might be time to panic.
Tulsa, the Golden Hurricane, Tulsa, Oklahoma, baby.
Dan Schottmeyer had a crazy game for Tulsa. 25-7-5.
Time to fire UNC's coach. I don't know.
I flipped the score.
He's already on the hot seat.
They didn't win that game. The score is supposed to be flipped.
Might have to fire the coach.
Tulsa comes into Chapel Hill and gets a dub.
I don't know. There's high standards in UNC. It's a basketball school, a prestigious school. You cannot be losing to Tulsa Golden Hurricane of all people. Oh, was this a home game?
Yes, it was.
I kind of wish I knew which. Okay.
Team at the bottom is the home team.
Ooh, y'all lost to Tulsa at home.
Mitch Aslan was the leading scorer for the Tar Heels. 14-5, but that is not a good enough performance to beat Tulsa when their star is playing like that.
I don't know. You know, I got high expectations for UNC over here, and they're not living up to it.
Woof. Next game.
I think, honestly, they might get kicked out to the top 25. From 3 to out of the top 25. Because you can't lose to Tulsa.
Did I mess up this score, too? Flip this. Alabama won this game. Or no, Louisville did.
Yes.
I messed up the record something here.
So who won?
Alabama lost. So I messed up the score, so it's 74-72.
Oh my God! So Louisville gets a close one over Alabama.
The two guys spotlighted, so they won.
Okay, so 2 guys spotlighted. So that's how we're gonna have to see the mistakes here.
I'm going to have to proofread more. I was in a rush to get this done, as you can probably tell. So Louisville wins a close one, 74-72 over Alabama. Julian Presley, 18-4-4. And Maxim Chappelle, 17-8. Ryan Conley had a really good game for Bama, but didn't get enough help to pull the win out. Let Roy Williams Jr. bring in some recruits. Yes, sir.
That is true. Production staff is getting fired after this one. We can't be having this this early on into the career of the DCAA.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Big Ten stinky?
I think Big Ten is stinky. I will have a narrative. I don't think they deserve a lot of bids this year. I'm starting to notice something. I'm starting to notice something. Big 12 is living up to it, you know? I honestly think Big 12 is a basketball conference.
Boilermakers get upset. Eddie Wiggins, dude, he is so good. Kansas State just had really good shooting. None of the guys I highlighted really did much else but score. Gil Harrison and Sawyer Uchak. KSU.
Oh, well, we got nuts.
2-0. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness.
See, this whole stream is, I'm just hearing, uh-oh. Ooh.
This is a crazy upset. Dude, what's up with Arizona?
UNC on fraud watch. Arizona on fraud watch. Oh my God.
Louisiana Tech.
Huh.
Max McCormick, 27-6. Jonah Hardison led the way for the Cats. Bryce James fraud watch. Big time upset. This was a road game for Arizona. They actually the big teams go to these smaller schools in this. And a close one. Almost upset. Michigan. They don't quite fall to Wofford though. They're safe. A little bit stinky, but not straight up like PU, you know? Cliff Connor and Nick McSpadden led the way for the Wolverines. Wallace Ward was the leading scorer for Wofford. A lot of fight in these mid-majors.
No, it's a trend. Just Big Ten is not a good conference.
This one was close.
Where has the game gone? Morehead State. Oh my God.
They nearly did it.
With these custom coaches, these recruits, these custom recruits, honestly, mid-major might win a championship with these upsets.
They nearly did it. Very close. But Arkansas barely survives. Rasheer Rice and Garrett Kalinsky, they did not score enough. That's why this game was close. They just weren't hitting their shots. Meanwhile, you got Reyes Snyder, who was going crazy, 24-4-5. Evansville has a chance. They do. Next game. This one might be the craziest. Drink it all in.
Oh my God, Brian's jump.
Not do
he
a
was
swag
hating on
team,
Louisville
bro.
just for
Oh,
Kentucky.
God. No. They go to Pine
I'm
Bluff,
starting
Arkansas,
to think
and
just
get
being
cooked.
ranked top 25. Being ranked top 25, man. It's like a curse. I think the best team in the country probably is going to have 6 losses at this point because everybody's just going to get hit.
Bryce Ragland and Tidiane Durand led the way for the Golden Lions. Jeremy Roy did a lot, but he was the only one that did a lot. That man's getting fired. Projected 11th. Yeah, that's crazy. That's so crazy. They're like damn near last place in the SWAC. Man, oh my god. And Kentucky was the preseason favorite in the SEC, I think, right? That's a crazy result. Next game. San Diego State. They can't dodge the upset this time.
Yeah, Texas A&M.
Corpus Christi, the Islanders pull off the close upset at home over ranked San Diego State. John Lamphers and Herbert Wiggins.
Shane knows I actually have history with the Corpus Christi Islanders back in my old days of the NCAA games. This team was always for real.
They just always become good. Yeah.
Yeah, they always get 4 stars back in the day. When I would run a UTA dynasty, the Islanders were my only competition because they would also do the same thing.
BYU, they got a test from Syracuse, who's 0-3, surprisingly. But BYU is not tripped up yet.
Huh. The team that I said was going to be a fraud is like the only team I've seen undefeated, really, through 3 games in this so far.
Nolan Terry and Jonathan Ellison. Ellison grabbed hella boards. Do we have any other thoughts about this? Were you wrong about BYU?
Let me see them play real competition. Then we shall see.
And we got a big-time ranked matchup. Michigan beats Baylor pretty convincingly, honestly. Mark Ellenby and Cliff Connor both had good games. Raymond Cassiano led the way for the Bears. Not nearly enough. Lost by 13. Is Michigan not stinky? What do we think? Did this get the stench off of them? Or is Baylor just stinky? I don't know. It was their first loss. I don't know. What do we think? Sharon Moore.
I don't know. It's not a bad matchup. Number 10 versus number 13.
Michigan
just shows that Michigan is just better.
And we got one more. I think this is the last game for this first week. Gonzaga and Houston. And the Zags get it done. Eldon Brandon, 25 points and 2 steals. Paris Ryan led the way for the Cougs. Not a lot of like stat stuffing in this game, at least for the guys that scored a lot. Big 12 stand Brandon in the mud. Houston takes their first loss of the season from a good Zags team.
I'm not a Big 12 stan.
You're an SEC stan now.
Yeah, I have to be. Alright, so we're getting a big sim here?
Ooh.
There's
still one upset to go through.
Oh.
Forgot about this one.
Oh my god.
Villanova goes to Logan, and they kind of get cooked. Utah State was 0-2 going into this game too. They needed this one bad. They got it. Brandon Powell, Connor Franson led the way. Chris Kinnair almost had a triple-double for Nova, but the rest of his team didn't really show up. Oh, I know Corey wants to see this. Corey wants to see this. I know Corey loves to see it. What's going on there, Florida? Marquise McCall and Edward Lambert. Chad Hutchinson had a good game. He is a custom, by the way. From I know Polk submitted him. He went to Florida. He had a good game. No one else really did anything. I think the Bruins might be good. They could be good. They're 3-0, looking solid. Good win here. And we have finally arrived at week 2, and we have a new AP poll. And here's all the movements. So we got Virginia going all the way up to 2. North Carolina dropped all the way down to 22 from 3.
To 22, they should be unranked.
BYU went all the way up to 11. Arkansas went all the way up to 6, despite the close game from Morehead State. West Virginia.
Michigan State doesn't belong there.
Goes all the way to 14.
That hill.
Michigan State and Michigan are 4 and 5. Texas Tech goes up to 16. UCLA, Maryland, Illinois,
Arizona
and
still being
Alabama have entered the top 25. Yeah, the loss to Tulsa is pretty rough. Anything super surprising here?
That Arizona
anything you
only
really,
fell 5 spots.
You really disagree with? Yeah, Arizona. Man, that loss to who was it? I mean, both of them were pretty bad. The one to Arizona, the one to Illinois was really bad. Like that was a disaster of a game.
Yeah, Arizona still being ranked, especially top 10 program, and then UNC still being ranked. Like, I'm glad they fell that far, but I think they should have fell all the way out.
Get MVSU in the rankings. BYU up to 11. They said they heard Braden talking shit, and they said, "Hey, Braden, fuck you. We're gonna win a lot of games." All right, week 2, getting started. Arkansas getting tested here, man. They pull it out again. They're 4-0. But New Hampshire made them work for it. Garrett Kolensky definitely showed up better than the last game, though. 22-4. Rasheer Rice gave 12-9-4. Brody Wickersham led the way for the Cats, 23-7. Almost had the upset. Arkansas survives, though. Brody Wickersham. Another great name, yeah. It's a good one. He's also pretty good. Uh-oh. Upset. Upset alert. Texas Tech takes their first L of the season. Oregon State clips them in Lubbock also. Damn, I just noticed my music stopped. That's tough. Oh well, I guess we're going silent stream the rest of the way. We're going to have to fill it up with our voices. Bryson Key and Cassius Malloy were really good for the Beavers. Eric Wallstrom led the way for the Red Raiders. But their first loss of the season has them at 3-1 now. Next game. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Yo. What happened? Kentucky. What the hell?
Oh my god. This is disgusting. This is so disgusting, man.
Flew him out by 50. I mean, these numbers, they cleared the bench. Oh my god. Oh my
I'm so happy that
goodness.
Styles had a good game.
Styles 14-6. He's Envy's guy from way back in the day.
May he rest in peace.
Oh my god. Jeez. I mean, what a drubbing. Next game, enough of that. Man, Braden's so close to getting what he wants. So close.
They can't keep escaping me. They can't escape it.
They can't keep getting away with this.
They can't keep getting away. They're frauds. I can prove it. I'm not one dude from Dexter, that one cop. I'm watching.
MSU
I know
barely
you.
escapes UC Irvine.
Shane,
Javier
they're going to
Wharton,
drop one.
Max Ross with a double-double. Devin Gantert was the leader for UCI, 15-5-3. Just short. They almost had him. Michigan State survives, though. They're 4-0. Next game. Oh, my. This one was close. Oof. Purdue's playing some close-ass games to start the season. Yeah, that was Heels guy. Price. Wiggins, yeah, for real. He is doing a lot of the work here. 22-4-4, 16-7. Winston Gomez had 17-3 for the Tigers. Purdue gets it done on the road though. They moved to 3-1. Would have been we'd be talking real stinky alert if they were 2-2. Ooh, ooh. Southland Conference, where are you at? Southland Conference. Alabama. What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know, man. I'm just enjoying this.
Harlan Wakerlin and Jeffrey Hughes. Wakerlin went the fuck off.
Upset.
25-8. Ryan
I
Conley
just see
had a
upsets,
double-double.
man. Just upsets. A 410 baby. What is this man talking about?
His 410 custom that he's committed to Alabama.
Is that you could do 410 player?
Yeah, that's the shortest I can get.
And he's going to Alabama. No,
Yeah.
that's not a serious program. What is this kid? A Make-A-Wish kid.
You can go to Alabama State. How about that? All right, that's the end of week 2. And here's the new media poll. Gonzaga dropped out of the top 25 for some reason, but they're back. I think it's because they skipped a game. It probably weighs a lot higher since there's only a few games played, but they're back. Pitt is in the top 25 at 4-0. West Virginia moved up to number 10. BYU's climbed up to 8.
Hold up. So you tell me 1-1 Arizona just moves up. I'm starting to feel like there's some bias going on.
Arizona has not proven themselves to the people. And I can't blame them. That loss to Illinois is really rough.
You're really going to have a 410? Yeah, exactly, Sam. I was going to say that boy looks like a bowling ball. 410, 150.
Look like a bowling ball. Speaking of Illinois, they're number 20. They're creeping up. Maryland up to 18. UCLA up to 16. Thoughts on the AP poll here? What do we think?
I'm still not happy with the Arizona pick. Kentucky, rightfully so, got punished. Rightfully so. Maybe they should have gone down to maybe the 20 range. I'm sorry, losing by 50 like that, unexcusable. Gonzaga, well deserved. Pittsburgh, putting the ACC on their back.
North Carolina still hanging around. Oregon goes down despite still being undefeated. I don't know what that's about, but Florida drops
The
down to
whole
21.
the whole chat is just people. The whole chat's just people flaming the bowling ball.
Yoni is 6'6". Next week, all right, let's get this going. Upset alert! Upset alert in St. Louis. Upset alert.
How the Billikens?
They get Houston. That's a big win. A team effort, looks like. No one really went crazy for St. Louis. I mean, besides Soto, he had 14, 6, and 5 is a good stat line. Clearly, St. Louis is much better than Kentucky. That's tough. That is tough. Next one. Ooh. Yo, is the A10 legit? Is the Atlantic 10 legit? Good lord. Oh my god. Look at the spotlight player here.
Third. Oh my god, that's a well-rounded defensive performance, and of course, mention offense too. Yeah, the Curry fun.
Davidson beats UCLA at their house. Clayton Sokowitz, 32, 4 and 6 stocks. Ugh. That's a nasty game. Basically beat him by himself. Next game. UNC did a thing. They're not total shit. They're not total ass. Arkansas finally loses. They're playing with fire most of the season. They finally lose one. Ramsey Pettit, great game from him. Brendan Hahn, the freshman, 15 and 9. Has UNC recovered? Are they back? No?
No, I don't think so.
No? The Tulsa loss still stinks?
Yes, the other losses still stink.
What about
especially
Arkansas?
the Tulsa one.
What's your opinion on them?
I see them falling to 15.
All right. Next game, we got another upset. I'm starting to think Baylor might be kind of stinky. Loyola Marymount in the Big 2-6. Fucking what's his name? Hank Gathers University. Ahmad Waddle and Elijah Ariano.
Waddell had a great performance.
Yeah, really, really good team game from the Lions. Starting to think Baylor might just be kind of shaky. I just don't I don't know if they deserve to be ranked, honestly. Next game. I know Corey loves to see this. If only Envy was here. If only. Ohio State gets a big road upset over Florida.
I miss him a lot.
Chad Hutchinson had another good game. He's like the only guy really doing anything. Florida loses again. They're probably going to drop out of the top 25 with that one. Free Chad. It's basically his team. Hey, spotlight game. Brace yourself, Braden. You're not. It's not pretty.
0-5. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's all right. LaMarcus Austin's gonna save the tier 1 of this. We're playing the Pac-12 team. What do you expect?
Lorenzo Bush went off.
Hey, he's not even Draymond Green. You have the wrong position, you fool. He's not even a forward. Shut their dirty mouth. I hope Shakir can play that fucking bowling ball and just kick him in the head, drop on him.
What's up with Houston, bro?
I think Houston should be on the ranks.
Woof. Ugh. I mean, all their losses have been super close. Zelenko and Alexander led the way for Bama. Montana had 6 blocks is crazy. Symir, you need to step up, buddy. Your team needs you. Envy needs you.
Why is everyone blaming Shakir when he's the only one that put on the roll on the performance? Everyone else, we're not paying enough money in Arlington.
Next game. Oh, woof. Oh my. Arizona would kindly like to request that you all shut the hell up.
Honestly, yeah. I'll shut the
goodness.
hell up.
My goodness. Michigan. Wayne Dupre and Dontavius Jackson lead the way for the Cats. Mark Ellenby was the only guy that had a decent game for Michigan. Total beatdown. Totally flipped the script from that Illinois game. Have they earned some of their respect back? Dominant home win for Arizona.
How do you feel about Michigan as a Michigan supporter?
It's a pretty bad loss, I ain't gonna lie. This is a pretty bad loss too. Mercer at 2-4, their second win of the season. It's a home win against number 18 Maryland. Mercer mentioned. They got a recruit coming in. Maryland's undefeated season ended by Mercer. That is not how I thought it would end, I'm gonna be honest with you. Mustafa Shama and Dustin Callaway had good games for the Bears. Alex Hoyt was the Terps' best player, but they get tripped up 76-74. And we've reached the end of week 3. Look at BYU. Oh my goodness. Look at that.
At least I was right on USC. Michigan State cannot keep escaping me. They cannot. I'm telling you. I know them. I know who they are.
How we feel about Illinois jumping all the way to 10? Auburn surging. West Virginia up to number 6. Gonzaga up to 19. Arizona State has moved into the top 25. How do we feel about the Sun Devils? They're getting the rest of their punishment from losing now, which is very strange. The championship runs through Provo. Yeah, BYU's they're impressing me so far. Didn't really think they had this in them. Kentucky and UNC NIT match. Yeah, for real. Baylor's number 21. Houston drops. I feel like they should drop more, honestly. Michigan getting hammered for that loss to Arizona. I don't really blame them for that. They got cooked. On to the next. Week 4. Braden. It happened.
Yes, boss. Finally. Finally. But the committee's going to look at this. Well, they lost to an undefeated Chattanooga team. So, you know, just move them up one rank. I'm telling you. I'm just a hater of this team. They played around with death.
the Mocs. Good team, honestly. Daryl Chrissy and Armando Alamia. Really solid performances from them. Jermaine Allen led the way for MSU. Chattanooga gets it done at home. Yeah, honestly, I'd rank them here soon if they just keep winning.
Well, they're 7-0 and they just beat the number 5 team in the country. So
matchup of undefeateds, and Kansas comes out on top. Marty Vonk and Dennis Hokie lead the way for KU. Eldon Brandon had a good game, but KU defends home court. They are 8-0, number 3 in the nation. How do you feel about this? Is the first time seeing Kansas, I believe. How do you feel about them?
they seem for real. They beat number 19, so
next game. Oh, we just got a cluster.
They have some seriousness to them.
We got a cluster of results that I thought were interesting. Maryland loses again. Duquesne gets them.
Pitt 8-0. Penn beat Houston.
Houston's down bad. Seattle, their undefeated season ends at the hands of St. Joe's. Stanford's undefeated season ends at the hands of Texas A&M. I also want to shout out Northern Arizona and Florida Gulf Coast since we got custom coaches there. The Eagles absolutely waxed the Lumberjacks, though. Fordham almost had Pitt. It was a close game at Rose Hill. All right, that was a quick week. Week 5. Discuss. Look who's entered the top 25.
Let me look. Loyola Chicago. That's gonna be the Illinois school. Fuck.
And the Blue Jays 8-0 out of the Big East. Pitt is up to 15, by the way.
Nebraska also, represent. Houston is fighting for their life at 22.
I don't know why they're even still here. Pitt up
Arizona,
to 15. Oregon shot all the way up to
Auburn.
11. Texas Tech up to 12.
Auburn is looking good. Michigan State only fell that far.
Yeah,
it's not bad, but Houston shouldn't be there.
They lost the opener, but they've won 7 straight since.
Kentucky gonna be out here soon.
Baylor's still hanging on too. Illinois all the way up to 5. All right. We got a big matchup. And look who wins.
I should have guessed. Who did I say? I said Bradley.
The Ramblers stay unbeaten. They are 9-0. Lake and Hunter with a really good game. Chris Robbins had a double-double. They were just a better team. Gonzaga loses their 2nd in a row now. A little bit concerning for them. Man, Loyola Marymount, what's up with y'all? 2nd upset they've pulled this year.
Oh my God!
They clipped the Panthers.
Pitt, no.
Gives Pitt their first loss of the season.
No.
How you feel about that one?
I was starting to be on a Pittsburgh bandwagon. Then they pulled this off.
Loyola School is just different. I guess they are. Ariano 27-7. My goodness. All right, next game. Another ranked matchup. Wisconsin gets it done at home against Baylor. I'm starting to think Baylor just is not that quality a team. They should get out of the top 25. Make it 8 in a row for Wisconsin since the loss on opening night. Terry Metcalf.
See, this is why you don't hit the panic button. Baylor kind of stinky.
How about Wisconsin though? How about the Badgers?
They could be real.
Big time matchup here. Texas Tech at Illinois, and the Fighting Illini get it done. They are 9-0.
I did say Illinois is a good school. They've been on the up the past few years.
Paul Quinn and Sean Earhart lead the way. Caleb Ross had a double-double for the Red Raiders, but they come up short. Illinois, they've been really good so far this year. All right, moving on. Oh man, it happened.
God is good. God is good all the time.
BYU has finally got Thaddeus Cunningham and Franklin Baker. 6 blocks, good lord. And they do just enough to get by the Cougs.
They finally
see a Tennessee
soon.
Final Four. I don't know. Next game. Oh dear. Oh dear.
You know Tennessee's going to be ranked.
Oh dear.
Oh my God, this is not good for the narratives. This is not good for the narratives.
Creighton, what happened? You were 8-0. First conference game. You get absolutely waxed by Butler. Jeez. I mean, this one's just, I don't even know if I want to like break this one down. It's just kind of embarrassing. Marlo Rosian and Brendan Detmering led the way. Nobody really did anything for Creighton. They were soundly outplayed here. And we got a ranked matchup here. Virginia visiting Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky's gone.
Get them out of here. Yeah, Kentucky, I don't know. They just don't look like they got it. I'm not convinced. Virginia, on the other hand, how do we feel about them? 10-0.
Well, they look good. Number 3, they just look good. Nothing more you could really say. They're just a well-ran team.
Oh!
Maryland loses 1 week. Next week beats the number 1 team in the country.
Down goes number 1. Alex Hoyt led the way. Maryland beats them by 2. First loss of the year for Duke. And we got another big matchup here, and man, look who showed up.
Michigan.
Michigan gets a big win against Kansas. Cliff Connor and Mark Ellenby both had great games. So 1 and 2 both go down in the same week. Kansas went down at home too. Really good game by the Wolverines. And Texas Tech, there might be trouble over there in Lubbock. Even though they lost this game on the road.
TCU.
Lopes get them 60-51. Just not a good shooting game for Texas Tech. Just in the mud in that game. Couldn't get out of it. They dropped to 7-3. They're probably going to drop quite a bit. This is their second loss of the week. Oh, it's starting. It's starting. It's starting, Brayden.
Yeah, see. The downfall. The downfall is here.
The downfall of the Mormons. Here. Texas A&M gets them. BYU couldn't escape College Station with the W. Bryce Spriggs and Dylan Johnson led the way for the Aggies. Nolan Terry tried his best, but BYU loses their second in a row after starting the year 8-0. And then we got this was a crazy upset. I mean, not super crazy, but it's definitely up there. Illinois goes into Salt Lake City and they get tripped up by the Utes. Clayton Perkins, 24-4-5. John Walters, 17-6. Illinois' perfect season comes to an end in game number 10. Wonder if they'll be punished all that much in the poll. It was a close loss. Utah's not like a bad team. They're 7-3. Then we got a top 10 matchup here. And man, for all the I swear every time we looked at Purdue, they've seemed shaky, but they're 9-1. And look
That's
at
the story Purdue's like.
Eddie Wiggins didn't even have to carry them this time. Arkansas picks up their second loss. Garrett Kolensky had a good game, but Peter Willems, he's a stat stuffer, bro. 7 boards, 10 assists, only 8 points. There's a role for a guy like that, though. Ooh. How we feel about this?
SEC, huh?
UC Davis with a gutty upset at Auburn too. Everybody's a fraud. Yep. I'm afraid that's the case. Then one of the cupcakes fought back. It's crazy. Antoine Wharton, 22-5-2. Reed Pashlikai, 17-5. Auburn, their first L of the season. And that's the end of the week. This is what the AP looks like now. How do we feel about this? Virginia moves up to number 1. West Virginia is number 2. That's certainly interesting. Oregon moves up to Oregon's 10-0. They've been flying under the radar. They're number 6 though. Arizona State goes all the way up to 10. Texas A&M up to 15 from not ranked. St. John's is ranked. USC is back in the top 25. Pitt drops 6 spots. Loyola creeps up to 22. Wisconsin goes all the way back up to 12. Guess the polls are finally respecting them again. West Virginia being good is probably a recession indicator. Damn. That's a crazy roast, I ain't gonna lie. Do you have any thoughts on this 25, Braden? BYU dropping like a stone,
Chicago.
by the way. Dropping 12 spots.
Chicago, I think they should be top 20, but they'll keep working their way. Honestly, this is a respectable top 25. There's no, I would say, 4 lost teams in here. Never mind, I lied. Houston's still there. I don't know why they're still there. Oregon might be for real. West Virginia at 2 is probably the craziest thing.
Yeah,
BYU's fallen.
They were preseason 23, I believe. So they've just been working their way up. I did not think they'd be up to 2 though. That's crazy. The Mountaineers. Oh my. Perhaps I judged Baylor too harshly.
Perhaps I treated you too harsh.
Kansas, their second loss of the year, first in conference play. Robert Shaw and Keith Reevely guided the Bears to this W in Waco. Does Kansas panic at all from this? That's a little concerning. They would lose to a team like Baylor, who's looks so kind of mid. Maybe it's something. I don't know. Oh, it keeps happening. Oh God. Oh God, it keeps happening, Braden. The downfall is crazy.
I told y'all, once you lose one, you just keep losing. BYU can't win close games. They don't know how to close.
Shout out Marcus Ramsdale for a crazy defensive performance.
You know what's funny, Shane? I'm over here rooting for my hated rival just to prove a point.
So Okie State opens up conference play with a win. It's good for them. Okay, I think Butler might just be good. These guys might just be good. Damn, UConn. God damn. Yeah, Hinkle Fieldhouse is cooking these dudes. Ain't nobody winning, and nobody's winning here. Jacob Campbell and Darius Thomas. Not crazy games, but good team basketball. It was more than enough to beat UConn here. My goodness, their first loss of the year. Butler moves to 3-0 in Big East play. Ooh. Big time matchup in the Big Ten. Michigan defends the Chrysler Center with a win over undefeated Oregon. Mark Ellenby and Nick McSpadden led the way. Clayton Hall was the leader for the Ducks. Ducks' perfect season ends on game 11, first one in conference play. That's tough. I guess they were feasting on cupcakes. No, and they're not really a lot of cupcakes in the Big Ten. Next one, another big game. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh, I have a murder to report. I have a murder to report.
Oh.
Illinois,
Illinois, no.
They did to Wisconsin did to them what they did to Arizona. No. Wisconsin is red hot, bro. They were 10 in a row. Tough loss for Illinois. That is rough. Warren Mack and Jaden Witherspoon, like nobody really scored a ton. It was a big team effort there. Not this is one of those ones where you just burn the tape, just like play better next time. Like what do you even say about that? He lost by 35 points. Woof. Arkansas frauds. Arkansas looking a little stinky. Auburn gets back in the win column to start conference play. Aiden Hartung and Adrian Cordoba led the way for the Tigers. Get a 5-point win on the road in Fayetteville. Not sure about the Razorbacks. I don't know. They seem they're sort of like the SEC Baylor. I just don't know if I trust them all that much. And that'll do it for week 6. Here is the media poll now. What are we thinking here? Virginia, West Virginia, Duke is still the top 3. Auburn moves up to 5. Arizona State's up to 6. Purdue, Wisconsin, and Texas A&M are into the top 10. Kansas drops out to 11. Oregon and Illinois drop pretty far. USC's up to 16. Loyola Chicago creeping up to 20. BYU's still hanging around. They're 22. They've lost 3 straight. That's rough.
You have not mentioned St. John's really this season.
St. John's unbeaten. They are 10-0. 13th in the nation. They've just been plugging along. Any thoughts? Kentucky is still here. They are barely holding on. They're 25.
Yeah, it's just St. John's. It's just low key under the radar. No one's just really mentioned.
All right, we go on. We got like 2 weeks to go. Okay, we got a bunch of conference games. UVA defends home court against UNC. BYU's downfall just keeps going. They get it's not even close this time. They get blown out by Kansas. Arizona State might just be legit. They good win against Houston. Utah takes out Arizona. Oh my, are the Utes legit?
Michigan State.
Oh
lost.
my goodness.
BYU lost.
A&M gets upended by Ole Miss. Ole Miss? We're losing to Ole Miss? Ole Miss basketball? Ugh.
Brother, ew.
For real. Uh-oh. Number 1. They defended home court, but they couldn't mess with Syracuse on the road.
I don't think no one wants to be number 1 this year. I think that's just my assessment.
Does this mean West Virginia is about to be the number 1 team in the nation? West Virginia. How do we feel about that? West Virginia? Oh my god. Recession indicator. That's killing me, bro. Ryan Caputo and Nelson Kennedy. Jamar Mason had a really good game, but man, Syracuse just, I mean, this one wasn't really that close. Oh, this one was a little close, wasn't it? Oh my, South Bend almost saw a pretty crazy upset. Duke dodges it though.
Truly.
Jatavius Murray Winston, 19-3 and
7. Notre Dame.
Wait, what was their record?
6-7.
6-7. Ah! 6-7? 6-7? Alright, anyway, next game. Oh my goodness, Arizona, no! They're going back to their old ways, no! No!
Baylor. You trash Baylor just for Baylor just come up
Baylor like
sometimes.
winning like big games now. It's like, okay.
They lose the easy games, but they win the big ones.
Possibly. They might have figured something out. Damn, Zona 1 and 2 in conference play. What's up? And like, this game was a beatdown. 56-76. Oh my god. Is KU fraudulent? Question mark?
Or is Oklahoma State just
Or
real?
is Okie State just kind of good? I don't know. Really good win for them. KU down to 1. Arizona and Kansas, the teams everyone thought was good, are struggling in conference play right now. The Pokes, LaShawn Chapman and Marcus Ramsdale, get it done in Stillwater. Big game in the Big East. UConn gets it done on their home court against St. John's. That's the first loss of the year for the Red Storm.
As soon as we're not talking about St. John's. They decide to lose.
Glenn Sweeney and Patrick Catanzano. Alton Obar led the way for St. John's. Close game. UConn got the best of them, though. They moved to 4-1 in Big East play. Oh, man, I know Braden hates this. Are we gonna have to admit that maybe MSU isn't that fraudulent? Like they're a decent team.
No, they're gonna get got.
Jermaine Allen and Eric Halderton both go over 20 points. MSU wins at home against UCLA. Next game. Whew! Is Michigan here? Damn, Illinois. Shit. Illinois, ugh. The last couple losses have been really ugly. This one at home, too. Michigan came in and taxed that ass in Champaign. Surely Michigan moves up the polls now, finally. I think they've proven themselves out. They're 12-1. Come on. Seth Maison and Mark Allenby. Sean Earhart was the only one that did anything of note for Illinois. It was just 13 points. Nothing else on the stat sheet to really talk about. Oh, Purdue finally got again. Man, I miss Envy, bro. He'd be popping off.
I miss him.
Ohio State. They are 3-0 in Big Ten play. Eddie Wiggins back to carrying was woefully short of actually winning this game, but Callum Eames 20-6, Ikechukwu Uzo 16-7. Watch out for the Buckeyes. They are a sneaky team right now. More Big Ten play. Oregon. Uh-oh. I think they might be getting exposed here. They were feasting on cupcakes, I think. Iowa is not a cupcake. They're 7-6, but they're quality. God damn it. Joseph Burbis and Dustin Mendoza led the way for Iowa. Owen Lennertz had a good game for Oregon, but they lose at home against Iowa. Top 10 matchup in the SEC. Texas A&M loses at home. Auburn, I think they're good. Auburn might just be a cut above everyone else in the SEC. They just seem a bit more real than the others. Amir Muhammad and Willard Ryan. Honestly, this is a really low scoring game, so the stats aren't anything crazy. Oh, hey, it's Texas. I wonder what they've been up to. They just upset Alabama. Kind of. I mean, they're the same record. Literally the exact same record. The polls seem to like Alabama a lot for some reason. Don't really know why. I haven't really been super impressed with them. Antoine Tandia and Fernando Patterson. Texas gets a good win. They're 9-4, 2-1 in SEC. And that's the end of this week. New poll. And then we're going to enter into the last week of what I have covered here. West Virginia moves up to #1 in the nation. West Virginia. Oh my
This is crazy.
God.
Chicago just keeps going up.
Loyola 13-0. They're just creeping up. 18 now.
Utah and Oklahoma State haven't made an appearance.
Big 12 represent.
Arizona State, #4.
How do we feel about Pitt?
Arkansas goes up
jumping all the
10.
way up to 7.
It's nice. I've been a big Pitt fan, so.
USC goes all the way up to 8. You said they were frauds.
When the fuck did USC come back alive?
Michigan jumps all the way up to 10. Kentucky is alive again, I guess. Geez, Texas A&M dropped like a stone, -14. Arizona got cooked too. I mean, they played like shit. Wisconsin up to 6. Yo, it's getting kind of crazy here. Yeah, I think Kansas should probably be a little lower, probably around like 14, 15-ish. Michigan State drops all the way to 21. I know you love to see that. Alabama still just hanging around. They're 25. They're just hanging around. I don't think they should be ranked personally. All right, another round of conference games. Oh boy, Kansas, what's up? Oh my goodness. They got fucking walloped. Oh my goodness. TCU? Horned Frogs? Hypnotoad?
I'm gonna be honest. I think West Virginia is for real.
West Virginia beats Okie State. Battle of Conference unbeatens. West Virginia.
Arkansas beats Kentucky.
Arizona State.
Michigan State. I told y'all Michigan State.
Wisconsin
terrible.
has won 13 in a row, everyone. They have not looked back since losing that opener. Can't stress that enough. Dude, West Virginia and Arizona State, if they like keep winning and they play, it's gonna be like a top 5 game. Since they're in the same conference. Utah gets clipped for the first time in Big 12 play. St. John's gets got by Xavier. Oof. Maybe they were eating cupcakes too. That's tough. Kentucky gets walloped by Arkansas. All right. Moving on to a top 10 game between Pitt and Duke. The Blue Devils come out on top in Cameron Indoor Stadium. Damian Ramon with 20 points. Francis Nelson, 16-8-3. Martin Bazin with 20-6 for Pitt. But the Panthers come up short. Not super surprising. I don't see them getting punished too harshly in the polls for that, but we move on. Oh man, the battle of two teams that need to get off the schneid, and Arizona gets the dub. KU down to 1-4 in Big 12 play. What's up with the Jayhawks? What's wrong with them, Braden?
Do you think they make the tournament? They'll probably get a tournament bid.
I mean, if they can,
Politics.
like, if they rebound and play like 500 basketball the rest of the way, probably. But Arizona's got off the mat. That's 2 in a row for them. They're back up to respectability. Namari Sanders and Jonah Hardison led the way for them. Get a big road win. Whoo! Oh my goodness. Oh, this is an upset and a half.
DePaul. Oh my God.
Oh, UConn. Oh, that's ugly, bro. Oh, you cannot lose this. You cannot lose a game like this. That's so bad. DePaul's like fucking butt too. They're 4-10.
In a blowout too. 18-point game.
The team just didn't show up. Catanzano was the only guy that really showed up to the game for UConn. That's tough. I'd say, yeah, a little bit. I'd say it's a little bit fraud watch. Oh my good, yo, or Illinois did it again. They're back. Ugh, God, Oregon, what the hell? Yeah, I think Polk's right. Oregon might just be kind of they're just ugh. Put them in front of like a real team. They are not all that imposing. Almost got doubled up. Anders Niermeyer and Emilio Toussaint led the way, but it was a balanced effort for Illinois. Ugly, ugly game for Oregon. Do you have any thoughts on this one, Braden?
Ass whooping.
Get ready to learn McDonald's. Welcome home. All right. Oh, we got another big upset. This one was crazy.
Bit.
Penn State beats UCLA. Warner Johnson and Milton Claiborne step up and get a big win for the Nittany Lions. That's a tough L for UCLA. They've been pretty good most of the season. This one's kind of inexcusable. I can't. Yeah, that's true. They had to go over 3 time zones. That is true. That's a tough spot. And we got an SEC clash. Alabama doing just enough to impress the pollsters. They get a win over Arkansas. Just a bunch of kind of mid SEC teams beating up on each other. $90-74. Woof. And we have reached the end. West Virginia is still unbeaten. Look who's entered into the polls here.
Radford.
And Yale.
What the?
Oh shit, Houston's back in at 13. They've healed their record somewhat.
Up.
I don't know why they jumped so high. What the hell? West Virginia is the number one. How do we feel about West Virginia being number 1 in the nation? I mean, they are 15-0. One of only 3 teams that's unbeaten. Radford out of the Big South, 14-1. They are ranked. Interesting. Loyola, how do we feel about Loyola up to 15? I think they're like a legit good team. Just from looking at their roster, anyway. Wisconsin is currently the highest ranked team in the Big Ten, followed closely behind by Michigan, USC, Purdue, and Illinois. Kansas dropped all the way down to 21. Woof. Oregon
Kansas
still
is gonna
hanging
be out
around.
soon.
Alabama's still here. I wouldn't be too upset if they were like 24, but like 13 is kind of crazy. Any thoughts on this, Braden? Any like holistic thoughts on it? Who shocked you? Who's impressed
Radford.
you?
No,
Radford
Radford.
getting some
Yale.
ranked love.
Loyola, Chicago. I think they can make top.
And just got to keep winning. A10's not easy though. They're gonna have to. They could definitely be upset there. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like Kentucky's. They could both stand to drop a couple spots at least. Okie State staying put at 19. 6 through 10 all being Big Ten is really funny to me. Michigan and Wisconsin, like, dude, I don't know when they play, but that could be a crazy game if they're still just tearing people apart going into that. Both of those teams have been playing really good ball. All right, that is all I have for that. I guess we can go over to the standings on my. Let's do that. I didn't want to leave the slideshow. Alright, that's rosters. Let me go to. We'll do standings. Alright, so here's what we got for America East. Albany's currently on top of that. Memphis. Oh yeah, these the 13 team conferences start conference play like really early, and they play like 24 games, so it's a little crazy, but that is what it is. Holokai Leilani and the Tigers. Yeah, they need help. And these small conferences haven't even started conference play yet. Duquesne and St. Joe's have been good. Yeah, VCU. They need some help. Shit. How we feel about the ACC, Braden?
Let me look at.
Raheem Savage Sr. doing work.
But he is V-Tech, Va-Tech, whatever you want to call. I think they're here. I think they're a team. Raheem Savage Sr. Heard his son on with the.
Miami firmly in the middle class of the ACC.
If you know, you know about Va-Tech.
SMU having a pretty rough year. I kind of expected it, but I think they'll be better sooner than later. They just got to get up to speed. Fucking rip Kansas, bro. Yeah, BYU. Man, they lost, what was it? I think 6 straight. After starting the season 8-0, but they finally broke their losing streak. How we feeling about the Big 12? Arizona State and West Virginia being at the top is kind of crazy. I would never have predicted that. Houston's recovered. I'll give them credit. They were in a pretty rough spot in non-conference, but 4-1 in Big 12 play. That's good. Then we got the Big East. Butler might just be they might just be good. They're 7-0 in conference. I don't know if and when they'll get ranked. If they keep winning, I would assume they'll get ranked. We got through the last few weeks of the sim. Now I'm going over where everyone sits in the standings. Yeah, I'll watch it back in the VOD. Big Sky, Eastern Washington's on top there. Rip Northern Arizona. Yikes. Idaho's somewhat trying. I'd like some more trying from them. Yeah, BYU fell off crazy. They lost like 6 straight after starting 8-0. All right, Winthrop is on top. Winthrop actually beat Radford. That's their one loss so far. But I guess still enough to get ranked. They are 14-1. Michigan, Wisconsin, USC, all 5-0 on top of the Big Ten. We don't talk about Nebraska. They're buns. Northwestern's also buns.
We don't talk about Nebraska.
Oof, geez, UC Irvine. Weren't they the favorites in the Big West? That's crazy, honestly. If they're this bad.
Bakersfield's
up there for now. Long
Santa
Beach and
Barbara,
Fullerton.
best team record-wise, but not that good in conference.
CAA, Hofstra on top there. Monmouth, Towson, and Campbell are trailing behind.
Coastal USA is going to be a bloodbath come tournament. I'm telling you.
Conference USA, yeah. Western, yeah, it's like a 5-way tie on top. Yeah, this is anybody. Whoever wants it more, I guess. Fort Wayne and Wright State. Man, rip Oakland. Damn. Northern Illinois is so bad. Oh my god.
Fort Wayne is surprising.
Yale.
Northern Illinois in the Horizon League is kind of crazy. I'm used to them being a MAC team.
Princeton and Penn. Like 3 really solid teams in the Ivy League here.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Yale's gonna win the Ivy League. I think either Princeton or Penn. I see an upset come tournament time.
I don't disagree with that. And the MAC, Ryder and Iona on top. Merrimack close behind. Quinnipiac is 4th. The MAC, Buffalo is way out ahead. They're 7-0, 13-2 overall. Just a gaggle of teams after that, 2-10.
MEAC is so terrible.
Yeah, they're awful. Morgan State's the best team.
Let me see how close I was to my Bradley.
Drake, Northern Iowa. Bradley's 3rd place in the Missouri Valley.
See, Bradley's not bad though.
They're a good team, but they're not like. If they were 14-0, then you might have been right. Yeah, honestly, Buffalo. They had that win against Louisville to start the year. Although Louisville is kind of, they're middling. Mountain West, Grand Canyon, and Hawaii are on top there. Wyoming and UNLV behind.
Hey, Central Connecticut. Yeah.
And New Haven tied for 1st in the NEC. FDU is 3rd.
The young coach for Central Connecticut getting it done.
UT Martin on top of the OVC. Pretty shit record, but they're 3-0 in conference play, so that's all that matters.
Pac-12.
Pac-12, man.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga. I think I typed their. I don't think this is right. They're like 9-5. I think Washington State's 8 or
First error.
But they are 0-3 in conference play, though. Did I have Arizona 1 on here? What do I have Arizona? 11. Arizona's 11. Fresno's 9-5. Decent year for them so far. About what I expected. Boise State is leading the Pac-12 right now. Man, if Gonzaga's not going to win it, this is wide open. Yeah, for Fresno. About the season I was expecting for them. 9-5 sounded about in line.
Boston.
Boston's on top of the Patriot League. Lafayette, Bucknell, and Holy Cross, and Lehigh. Lehigh winless in non-conference. They're 2-1 in conference. That's funny. SEC, Auburn is in first. Kentucky, Texas, Vanderbilt, and Ole Miss are following.
Oklahoma's just middle of the pack, even though we're the worst team record.
That's funny. Chattanooga is still undefeated, by the way. They're 14-0. Not ranked yet. If they keep winning, I'm sure that they will be.
East Texas A&M is so bad.
Yeah, they're pretty shit. Yeah, Florida.
Nice to see that.
Florida's buns. Oh my God, they're bad.
Nice to see that Corpus Christi is still good, and no matter what universe I exist in.
Corpus Christi on top of the Southland. Summit League, North Dakota State's on top of that right now. Sun Belt, Arkansas State, Georgia State, and Old Dominion are on top. Yeah, somewhat. I still think they're a very flawed team. But I mean they haven't completely fallen apart, so good for them, I guess. The SWAC is very busy. Grambling, Alabama A&M, and Prairie View are tied for first.
FAMU represent.
UAC.
UT Arlington?
They were the
favorite. Is this the Greg Campy strategy?
They were the favorites to win the conference, by the way.
Is this the Greg Campy schedule a hard non-conference so conference time y'all guys are here?
Abilene, Tarleton, and Austin P also unbeaten. They just haven't played a third game yet. And then the West Coast, Loyola Marymount and Santa Clara are on top of that right now. St. Mary's, UC San Diego, and Pacific are trailing.
I have a question. Can you move conferences?
You can. I don't really plan to do that though. At least not. At least not for like a while.
I would say 5 years.
That'd probably be at least like 5 years out. We can start discussing that, but honestly,
because that's what I'm trying to say. You know, get UTA or you get UTA to be good, get them to move up.
Yeah, very purple conference. 4 purple teams out of the 9 that are in there.
Central Connecticut leads UTA. My coaches are doing what's needed.
Wagner's mid.
They talked about you, Austin. They talked about you, Shakir. They talked about you, Isaiah.
Yeah, EKU's been kind of shit, honestly. They've not been very good. All right, that is all I have for you, guys. Honestly, I don't think I have anything left to show. I'll probably just get to work on the next recap for January and February. Get to the end of the regular season. Start working on that. Probably have that by probably like Monday, probably. I need my music to not pause on me, leaving me in silence. Have to interrupt the stream if I want to resume it. That's tough. All right, but yeah, that's it for me. Almost 2 hours. Whoa. But we got some fun mid majors that are stepping up. Hope to see them. Hopefully they don't get punished too hard if they finally lose. But
what should the viewers expect in the next stream? Like what month?
January and February, just to the end of the regular season. We'll set up conference tournament.
So what's it going to be? January, February? Is conference tournament just going to be its own stream, then March Madness?
Yep.
Okay.
January, February is the next stream. Then we got conference tournaments for the stream after. Then after that, we're going to do the selection show.
Is it NIT?
Not in this. Not yet. Anyway, there's no
Okay,
NIT.
okay.
Just March Madness.
So y'all guys know what to expect.
And
Y'all
then
guys have a
after
little
that,
bit to get
after
your
the selection show, we just have the actual tournament stream. So yeah.
Good.
Thanks
Alright.
everyone for
It was a
watching.
fun stream.
Hopefully the next 2 months are exciting as well. I've liked how the season's gone so far. It's been fun to sim it. Yeah, that'll probably be the first off-season stream.
Ooh. Yeah, we gotta leave the stream, Shane. There's a game going on.
All right. I'm gonna sign off
Talk
now, guys.
Flipper.
Thank you for joining.